that's where I want to think about too, and not to get personal, but like Waykme said, Ja has both his parents in his household. You know what I mean? And one of the incidents literally took place with his mother, causing a scene at the Foot Locker, threatening the security guard, and then calling her son to come handle that. And it's awkward that she didn't call her husband
Husband.
to come
Yeah.
handle that. You know what I mean? She called her son, who's a celebrity, who's famous and has something to lose in the situation. And she's out of Foot Locker. Your son has a Nike contract. What are you getting that he couldn't just get?
Right. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean? That's one thing. That's even the minor part of it. But to me, like I said, what stood out the most was you're a woman, you feel mistreated or whatever with the
You
security
can't
guard.
call him. You
You
can't call
call
him.
your son.
You can't call him.
And it's like that's a behavior of like a single parent mom. That's a behavior of someone that's like, good. They call mama's boys, whatever. I forgot
Or
the
a
term for
mom
like
that don't respect her
the
husband.
husband son. You know what I'm saying? When he takes that role of that, and it's like, yo, the father is there, and you didn't even call him. You called your son and put him in a predicament
Yep.
that's detrimental to his career
Mhm.
and your life. Because he is the
And
breadwinner, and that stood out to me. And again, I don't want to get personal. I don't want to say, yo, his mom is wild, like, but
No, no,
that
no.
just stood
But I
out
mean,
to
but I
me.
also feel. See, the thing is too. Let's say she did call her husband.
Hmm.
That would have been that would have been noteworthy as well. The people would have recognized him and all that. But at the end
Sure.
of the day, it still wouldn't have been Ja. Then it would have
Right.
been Ja's parents
Right.
caused disturbance at Foot
Right.
Locker, whatever the case may be. And then he would have got some questions about it, whatever, but it would have been like, whatever, that wasn't him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
We
I
we
think,
seen LeBron tell his mom to sit the f down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
yo, my
right.
parents is bugging. Yo, they do. Yo, I'm over here.
Yeah.
I'm reporting for practice, coach.
Right, right. I think she, again, I don't want to talk ill of her or whatever. And she, that's her judgment too. Everybody makes poor judgment calls and stuff like that. So this is, like you said, in no way to be like, yo, this woman is bugging or nothing. But
Mhm.
I think in that moment she has to realize, like, maybe that can't be my first call. Like, I get it too. Like, if you don't have nobody, that's why you said it goes back to maybe a single mother's like
Mhm.
mentality. Like, if you don't got nobody to call, like, then I can maybe it's a little unavoidable, but then maybe you can call like his agent or someone, call somebody
Right.
like somebody to bring, like whatever. But you got to realize that like you now you bringing them, and you don't know what these dudes are gonna do once he's there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what's gonna happen, and it's something that could have been 100% avoided.
Mhm.
Like you didn't have to make that phone call, but you but you did.
He showed up with 9 of his friends.
And then why you don't send them 9 and just chill like yo like because like if they I know any y'all got close homeboys and they mother tell y'all they in something like my homeboys are gonna you know what I'm saying they're gonna be like well Ren ain't come so you,
You did what you
you know what
wanted
I'm
to do.
saying so like so like you got if you would have told all 9 of them like yo I need you to hold my mom's down whatever I'm gonna look crazy out there at all they're gonna be they're gonna be like yo we out.
Mhm.
But see again, he gotta be in the
I
I'm
can't fault him
up
for
here.
that one though. His mom's raised him.
No, no,
She
no,
told
no, no,
him.
no, 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 no.
You know what I'm
Now
saying?
again, but
So
that's why I'm
no,
saying like
but
she know he's gonna
that
come.
to
So
that
that's why
point,
you don't call him. You know
to
what I'm saying?
that.
Like she know
Oh,
he's gonna
I'm
come.
agreeing with you on that. I'm
Yeah,
agreeing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
She got to do a better job at diffusing situations. Don't call your husband. Don't call nobody. Don't call the agent. I mean, if you calling the agent, you giving the agent a heads up of what might be in the
In
media.
the new,
That's
yeah.
all. So the agent could get a publicist and put
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
real
yeah,
good
yeah,
spin on it.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
she
Mhm.
got to do a better job. She was. I don't know if she graduated, but she played ball in college. So
Mhm.
she went to college, so she's educated.
Mhm.
She got to do a better job. And the fact that Ja's in the position he's in right now, they're the family, the immediate family, they're being taught how to handle situations, media, everything
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
So I don't know the situation. Actually, this is the first time I heard of it.
yeah.
So, I'm definitely, not understanding why she would make a phone call to her son, knowing that he like pulling out guns. You know what I'm saying? So what happens if he get to that spot, he pull out a gun and one of them dudes body him?
Mhm.
Mom, two people just
Now
died.
she devastated.
Two people just died. Mom
Yeah.
died and Ja
Mhm.
died that day.
Mhm.
Right? So she got to do a better job. And I I can't speak to that. I do want to touch on Ja, but I want to make sure everybody go around the horn.
Yeah, I mean, Jared, what you got?
So to I forgot who made the point, but you know, I think Rel made that point about Ja having to step back and be like, I can't do that because it's gonna put me in the light. That actually requires something that he doesn't have, which is self-awareness, because he clearly has zero. He has tremendous speed, tremendous on the court vision, but he has terrible off the court vision because he lacks so much self-awareness to understand the shit that he does. Yeah, it's not illegal to own a weapon. How you handle it is a different thing. Yes, I can see the idea that if Ja is sitting on his couch and there's a gun in the picture, people are going to perceive it a certain way. However, you're out in the street. You're out, whether you're in the club or you're in the car, you're out in public space. And that's the part that people are seeing more than anything else. You're out in the public. Like, it doesn't matter where. You're not in the privacy of your home. Plus, I don't understand the idea to publicize that you have a firearm outside in the street as a celebrity. Or as anybody, but especially as a celebrity. Like, why do you need to show people that I got a gun? Granted, Tennessee, the state of Tennessee is a constitutional carry state, so you don't need a permit to have a license. But you still gotta if you're still buying a weapon, you still gotta go through the whole paperwork of doing that. And you gotta run your background checks, all that other shit. So, there may not be a permit itself, but nigga, understand where you're at and what you're doing. Like, I think Paul told me that I was hosting a group the other day that Nike stopped selling his shoes now.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't understand the shit that you're doing. Like, fuck the basketball. Well, no, not fuck the basketball career, but your endorsement money is
you're about to look like
you about to look like Tiger Woods pretty soon. Remember, after Tiger had his downfall, people stopped fucking with him. Mm-hmm. He lost all his shit, and he had to have a comeback story. And now was cheating on a white bitch.
A white woman.
White woman. My bad. We just had Mother's Day. My bad. And that was cheating for a white woman, and he lost everything. Like, dude, you're shooting yourself in the foot. No pun intended. But
Plaxico Burress didn't shoot his foot, but yeah,
he did.
He shot his leg.
His leg,
yeah, like his thigh or something.
Yeah, right in the thigh.
Yeah. So, but he's doing it to he's really doing it to himself. I feel like, and everybody else has said that, not just this panel, but other people in media, those people around you, they ain't for you. Like, the people you consider your friends, and at 23 going on 24, sometimes it's hard to see that those that you claim are your company are the ones that hold you back the most.
And I felt like that until I saw his man hide the IG when he pulled the gun out.
He's aware.
His own man is smarter than him.
He's the only person.
So I'm not pointing the blame at nobody but Ja. Because when his man had to, he moved the camera quick and put it away. He realized, fam, you dog, like,
not. Are you not learning? Like, do you not see?
Yeah.
You ain't messing up my gravy train.
I'm riding shotgun. I'm tailgating with you. Like, don't mess this up for us.
Like him, he's a friend because he has understanding. I'm not trying to fuck up the money.
Right.
You are, like, for his mom to do that, like, what are you doing in general to have this kind of commotion at a Foot Locker? Like,
when your son works with Nike.
Exactly.
What do you
get them shipped? You can get the new releases before they release, bro.
All the colorways.
I'm very sure he has connections. If she wanted Reeboks, if she wanted Yeezy, I'm very sure he has connections to get
at somebody. Yeah.
You don't need, like,
he has no business being in a Foot Locker.
In the league, who have deals from New Balance, Reebok, Nike. You have plenty of other people you can go through than to get into an argument. So that kind of tells me that. And remember, that's what I want to say. I'm pretty sure if T Morant pops up in the Foot Locker to defuse the situation, they're first going to think it's Usher, and then they're going to realize that it's T Morant. But then, you got to understand, like, T Morant acts like a fucking fool too,
He does.
and his acting like a fool. So honestly, I feel like the apple ain't falling too far from the tree. They have, and I don't really. And T Morant looks young. I haven't seen Ja's Ma, so I'm kind of feeling like they're a young family.
They're
so
mid-40s. They're in their mid-40s.
Yeah, but they're young. They're stupid. They have like a mind that probably ain't grow themselves. So they like they're thinking that he's their breadwinner. He's going to carry us to this. But y'all have to act a certain way too. Remember, T had a couple skirmishes, at Memphis games, and he had to get told to calm down. That shit between him and Shannon Sharp was dumb as hell. And
I blame Shannon.
Yeah, I blame Shannon.
We can't act like Shannon was a part of that either. So
wrong, but
that was for me. That was the TV. That was for TV. I ain't even jacking that. Like, to me, like I said, I don't want to just go in on his parents like that because I don't know them personally. Aside from the little bit of information. However, yes, I would say that the home is very important. And if I had to put some blame, I'm putting a lot of blame on Ja. I'm putting a little bit of blame on his family. And I'm not even blaming his mans in them that much, because the one dude that was riding shotgun, he made a move to me that was, genius. You know what I'm saying? And again, when he said before that wasn't my gun, we know he was lying. So I can't blame his friends. It don't even seem like it's a friend thing. It's like Waykme said in the very beginning, he lived in a good life, but outside the window, it looked fun to be a thug. I want to be a thug too. Let me hold a gun. Oh, I got money now. I got a gun. Like, that's on him. Like, that was.
Yeah, that's why there's that stark difference between, like you said, like the Derrick Rose situation versus his. Where like Derrick Rose is growing up in the trenches. Like, he look everywhere he look around him is just that. So you need a shield from that, because I mean, as much as they say everybody has a choice, when you grow up there, it don't really look like much of a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody who you see from what we see is successful, that this is the way they getting it. Like, we see in the people that work all day and they look like bums. They were, they working hard, but what do they have? But so that life is really appealing. So it's fortunate for Derrick Rose that he has those people covering him. Like, nah, like, I know that look nice, but you special, bro. We can't, Now we have Ja. He's coming. He's like, I'm not saying that Ja came with a silver spoon and he's grew up in Beverly Hills and like that, but but he had the structure where he didn't have to do all that. Like, what I'm saying? Like, that's not necessary. And here you are trying to perpetrate that. That's why at first when I was seeing it, I was like, yeah, that's fucked up that he'll have the guidance. But it was like, okay, what happened the first time? You getting all this backlash to the point they sitting you down on TV in front of Jalen Rose, and and Jalen Rose could empathize because he was a knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? Like, who had people similar to Derrick Rose. So it's like, okay, well, like, he's out there, he's fucking with niggas, look, meeching all of them. You know what I'm saying? And like it's he's lucky that he didn't fall into that. But so now they all this is on you now. You sitting there, you on TV now, talking to this dude who's kind of been through it, trying to give you some game, all this, and then you just let a couple months pass, and here you go again. Like, so at that point, it's like, bro, like, what's good? And he want to talk about how things are mentally and all that, and certain things, bro, you just gotta know, like, that, like, you're gonna do this again. Like, even if you're having you got some emotional issues, some mental issues, like, to do this again, like this, I don't know.